Hello and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I will be reviewing Koon's Jedi Starfighter. Yep, I'm doing another Microfighter. I think this is the third one I've done. The set number is 75400 and it cost $25 to get this. Americans watching this are probably very confused at that, but that's just how much LEGO costs down under. Alright, so I'm going to get into a little bit of information about this set, and then I'll get into what I do and don't like, and what this set could and should have been. Okay, so Koon's Jedi Starfighter has appeared mostly in the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith briefly, when in the Order 66 scene he is shot down by a pair of Arc 170s. He is shot out of the sky and dies. He doesn't survive. There's no time then where you can survive that explosion. Looking at you, Star Wars sequels. Yeah, he didn't survive Order 66, unfortunately, which sucks because he's one of the nicest Jedi. If you don't know him that well, he appeared very much in the Clone Wars and was very much one of the nicer Jedi on the Council, being very nice to Anakin when he would just disobey the Council, and Ahsoka when she got into some deep shit when she was framed for a bombing at the Jedi Temple. One of the main episodes he appears in is the Malevolence arc and the Slavers arc in Season 4. Alright, so I'm going to get into the minifigs now. The first and really only minifig in this set is Jedi Master Plo Koon. And he is a much better version than the one from the 2010s. Firstly, his head is plastic instead of rubber. And it's like hard plastic, so it lasts a lot longer. It won't like disintegrate like rubber generally does over time. He also is he's a much better mold than the previous one. Unfortunately, I don't have that one because I wasn't like around when that set was really being made. Here's the back of him. He's just kind of plain robes. For camera, can you focus? Yeah, just kind of plain robes. You see his belt there. He's got very good torso printing. And like in this case, some people are like, oh, he should have arm printing. I don't think it's the end of the world. He doesn't have arm printing. I mean, he does have the clone armor. I think is that in this arc? I can't remember. I don't really have any complaints. I think it's a fine figurine. Of course, it comes with a lightsaber, which can be stored on the Starfighter. And yeah, it's just a really good minifigure of a really good character, which I might say he's probably one of the fan favorites because he's a Jedi General on the Council who's not an asshole, and so people actually like him. Now I get to the second minifigure. I say minifigure, half minifigure. Plo Koon's astromech that served him from the start of the Clone Wars. Well, I say start from the Malevolence arc to I think Order 66 when he was shot out of the sky in the skies of Cato Demoidia. And this is R7D4. Should have been a full minifigure, but then again, LEGO probably would have bumped the price up to this set to $30 if it was another minifigure, if he was a full astromech. We've gotten this minifig before in the fully built Plo Koon's Jedi Interceptor, but for the head, he's pretty detailed. It's an astromech head. They did this on the old X-Wing Microfighter from like 2013, 2012, on the original X-Wing Microfighter. They had a little, I think it was R4 or something, head on the back. It's not the first time LEGO have done this with Microfighters. Alright, I'll get into what I like about this set. Well, so what I like about this set is, of course, I already mentioned I like the minifigs. The build is actually surprisingly like well detailed. It's got the shape pretty well, and like the fin at the back, and it has stud shooters that don't look too bad in my opinion. They look okay. They don't look great, but like it's not, you know, as bad as say the Mandalorian's N1 Naboo Starfighter, where you know they don't look too great. On this one, I'd say they're tolerable at best. Of course, you can shoot them. Oh, they didn't go too far that time. And on the underside, there is storage for Plo Koon's lightsaber. It does stick out a bit. I mean, they could have done it so there's a clip on each side, and you have his hilt here and his blade on the other side. Just a nitpick. It just doesn't really affect the thing because you can just take it off. You can just take it off, and then it looks fine. It's like really the only complaint I can think about with this set. So on the box of the recently released Arc 170, you can see in the shadows Plo Koon's Jedi Interceptor, which is a thing that LEGO's done before, where they tease sets in the corner of other sets, like with the UCS Millennium Falcon. They had it in the corner of the UCS Death Star box. People were expecting, oh, we're going to get a full, you know, Plo Koon Jedi Interceptor. We haven't got one of these in years. It'll be great. We'll be able to recreate Order 66. Imagine people's disappointment and surprise when this was leaked and showed up on store shelves. Yes, the minifigure is pretty damn good, but like, it should have been a full Starfighter. And I have seen countless builds. It's not funny how many builds I've seen of this, where it's the full-size Starfighter. Some people have taken Obi-Wan's Starfighter and just color swapped that and put Plo Koon and his astromech on it. Some people have bought a Lego Creator set and bought this and then just combined them to make the Starfighter. Some people have just built the Starfighter from scratch. It doesn't matter. It should have been a full Starfighter, not this Microfighter. Well, this Microfighter is fine. It could have been, like, you know, they could have released this year a proper Jedi Interceptor, and then when that retired, released this one with like a different character, or maybe a slightly different variation of Plo Koon. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't feel right. It's like Lego Star Wars fans have been kind of getting the short end of the stick recently with, like, you know, the clone troopers and the whole turbo tank fiasco, where it should have been a UT-80, and the Galactic Marines not looking, well, they looked okay, but like the whole turbo tank looking like dog shit and being like the smallest one ever. I think another reason why they didn't make this set a full Jedi Starfighter is Arc 170, which I have here. It doesn't look too bad next to the Jedi Interceptor. Whether if this thing was, oh, RC fell over. If this thing was the full-size Jedi Interceptor, it would dwarf. It would make this Arc 170 look smaller than it already is. And this is a very downscaled ship. Like, it's crazy how small this thing is. Another thing I've seen people do is buy Jedi Bob's Starfighter and just color swap that. Because it's basically that, just with some stuff on the bottom that's different to a regular Jedi Interceptor, and just making it blue instead of red and putting the astromech head on the side or front or whatever. Yes, it's kind of a spit in the face that this wasn't a full-scale Starfighter. I get they probably wanted like a July-June wave or whatever, but they could have just delayed that one and made it a full Jedi Interceptor, like Jedi Bob's Interceptor, which most people have no idea what this is from. Like, casual Star Wars and casual, like, just casual consumers won't understand this is from a Lego Disney Plus show. Some people might understand, oh, that's from a movie that I watched, you know, when I was a kid. Oh, that's one of the background characters. Most, you know, regular people won't understand Jedi Bob. Who the fuck is that? So it's just kind of infuriating that this wasn't a full Starfighter. Yes, I do like this one, but it should have been a full Starfighter. Yes, it does scale well with some other Microfighters. I'm not denying that. It doesn't, like, it complements the Microfighter, some of the Microfighters I have, great. But it should have been a full-scale Starfighter. They could have thrown in a 104th Wolfpack Battalion Trooper. But let's be honest, they probably would have screwed it up with the damn new helmet holes that technically are accurate, but not accurate to, like, every rank and file trooper. I'll have to get into that into a future video. I forgot to talk about the instructions. Like usual, they're the boring new renders, and you know, it's just, they're like, oh, we're saving the planet, but, you know, not having ink, and then the next page is a pure page of yellow. You know, standard building instructions. You know, you can find them online if you really want to build the Microfighter. Yeah, this wave was kind of confusing. It was 3 small sets, when really they could have just released Plo Koon's Jedi Interceptor and maybe the mech or the Night Trooper Battle Pack. And I think people would have lived with that. Like, yeah, people would have lived just waiting a few extra months for some better quality sets. This wave was pretty mediocre at best. Something with the box is it like I said earlier, it's not
Cato Nemoidia.
From season 4, episode 13 of the Clone Wars, Escape from Cato Vido, I think that's how you say it. It has the Slaver facility in the background. And something else I also noticed in this way, more and more, is Lego Star Wars sets in Australia are starting to have piece counts. Like, if I just go a set from last year, Captain Rex's Microfighter, there's no piece counts. This is new. Like, a new thing that they're doing. Like, here's another box. It doesn't have the piece count either. And same with this Battle Pack box. There's no piece count on it either. So, I guess they've been adding piece counts to Australian boxes. I guess there might be some new law about toys needing, you know, to say choking hazard or whatever, or piece count, or maybe they just decided we're doing it for the rest of the world. Might as well be easier to not print a different box. But yeah, I don't know. That was my review rant of Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter, set number 75400. I guess available now if you really want this. I'll leave a link to lego.com. Maybe not lego.com. Go on like Amazon, or just go to your local toy store. You can probably get it cheaper than on the Lego website, because that place is marked the fuck up compared to just retailers and whatnot. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.